Hey everybody, I'm back with another video. Thanks for watching. This video is about something we don't think about too much unless we're actually in the process of buying car insurance, and that is the state minimum requirement for liability coverage. To keep this simple, I'm only going to talk about property damage, liability property damage. What I mean by the minimum requirement is the minimum amount the state wants you to carry in case you're involved in an accident in order to cover damages. In Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, 3 states I've owned and registered cars in, I believe the requirement is $25,000 property damage, meaning you have to carry at least $25,000 in coverage in case you wreck someone else's car. And that's to cover the other person's vehicle, not yours, of course. Now, it's a good idea to carry above and beyond the minimum with today's new car prices, and I actually carry above and beyond the minimum, although I don't want to say exactly how much because I don't want to make myself a target. Now, one of the issues with minimum standards is naturally, people should probably consider carrying more than the minimum. The minimum is just kind of a bare standard. I would recommend most people carry more than $25,000 property damage if they can afford it. But it's not a terrible starting point when you consider that will cover the cost of a lot of vehicles on the road. Now, from what I can tell doing research, most states do require $25,000. Some have slightly lower limits. But one of the lowest that I've been able to find, actually the lowest I think, was kind of surprising. Would you believe California, the Golden State, home to all those Hollywood celebrities who own lots of expensive cars? The minimum requirement for auto insurance in terms of liability property damage is only $5,000. That's right, $5,000. Meaning California drivers only have to carry $5,000 worth of protection for their liability insurance. And if you want my opinion, I think that is way too low. They've got to adjust that. $5,000 would cover either one of my cars. My 2004 Ford Mustang or my 2001 Honda Accord. There's a lot on the road that are worth a lot more than $5,000. So I don't think that'll be a legislature or the new governor. They seem to be more concerned about other stuff. But that is definitely something they should consider increasing. And with that limit, I wonder if it's even that cost of year. It's not going to take much of an accident at all for somebody to hit the maximum. So if you got a certain amount of customers and you're providing, this low liability limit, but a certain number of them get in an accident, they're pretty much all guaranteed to hit it or close to that. You'd think the rates would still be kind of high, but that's just but yeah, $5,000. So I guess be warned if you see a California driver on the road and they hit your car, that may be all they got. It's funny how I first learned about this too. I was living over in Arkansas, and a coworker of mine who had moved from California, she went to register her car there in Arkansas, and she still had California insurance, and they wouldn't let it because her insurance coverage wasn't high enough. So, yeah, she had to go back and get an Arkansas before she could register the car. But anyway, I know it's a tough call on what should be a minimum standard, especially when you're mandating people buy it, but I think $5,000 is way too low. Cover much of anything these. I don't know that I'd go a whole lot lower than Twitter. Too unreasonable. Like I said,